So they complete it. First down. Inside the 5, first and goal.
Right now, I'm telling my offensive lineman, look, I need you right now. Give me some push. Get this guy into the end zone. You got to get those big guys fired up. Looks like they're going to a passing formation. Maybe a quarterback draw.
Yeah, big overload here on the right side. Only Taj Smith on the left side, and that's where they're going to look for the slant to Smith. Oh, hit a ton of bodies. Flag is down.
Boy, it's getting tight in there.
They didn't fool anybody. Taj Smith was the only guy on the left, and he ran a slant, and that's exactly what Iowa thought was coming. And Humpel, I believe, is the man who's going to take the flag.
Even down here, Gary, you can give a one-step inside like you're going to the slant, and then all of a sudden go back to the corner of the end zone, and it's a lob shot. Everybody playing inside position, Shatta as well as Godfrey, they're expecting slant routes now because you've had so much success.
Defense number 13. Ball will be spotted at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Last thing you need to have happen is a tipped ball. See the inside position by Godfrey? Well, it's tough to get in there.
That was Mike Humpel who threw a great block. Trouble is, it was on the receiver. Chiara comes back in, so it's a first and goal from the 2. It's the big first down that matters. Going for the touchdown to tie it up to the line. No signal. Not in. Not in. Tony Fiametta, who has not been in this football game. That is his first carry.
Yeah, he had 2 carries last week for 10 yards, but right there trying to get him into the short yardage package. Good second effort, but just not going to quite get there.
Where is Curtis Brinkley?
Where is Curtis Brinkley? Give me some Curtis Brinkley over the top, please.
He's not in there.
Still not in the game.
Fiametta stays in there. He is the first man up. And then the big fullback, Chiara, is the second man in there. This is going to be a second down from the 1, and he's not going to get in there again. That is Fiametta one more time. And I mean, Iowa knows where that football is going to go. It's between the tackles, and they're just sending 11 guys in there.
You know what? Perry Patterson has a history. He came here to run the option. Maybe you set him up in an option type situation, or fake it and let him just go one-on-one on the outside, try to bootleg this thing in. But it's not going to happen in the middle of that formation.
That's Brinkley with no helmet on.
Boy, I'd like to see him in the game as well.
So here's the third down and goal. They lost a yard. Now they're at the 2-yard line trying to get this tied up. Second overtime. Quarterback looking into the end zone. There's going to be another penalty. No question about it. He was hung on to. Tom Farron, who we've heard nothing from, was the intended receiver, and Marcus Pascal just grabbed him.
Well, all of a sudden, we're getting a bunch of players. We said he played 48 in the first half last week. Now, all of a sudden, I'm having to do some work again.
He's playing 48 in overtime.
Yeah, we got to find names.
Ball will be spotted at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Another first down on the penalty, the second one in this drive.
You want to know what my favorite play is right here? All of a sudden, we'll take a look at it. Perry Patterson here showing the play fake, and right here, there's no doubt Pascal, Marcus Pascal right there on the interference. You see it here, a little misdirection trying to sneak the tight end out the back door and underneath. I like the quarterback sneak here. Just go straight ahead with it.
Another first down. Chiara is now in there, along with Fiametta, who carries down to the goal line, and still no sign. He's not in. He is not in.
You're talking about a test of wheels in the trenches, and right now, Iowa turning and shutting the door in the face of this Syracuse offensive line.
It is 20-13. Iowa leads. We're in the second overtime. A second down and goal from the 1. 3 key pass interferences against Iowa.
Too much ball handling. Let Perry Patterson take it and just go straight ahead. He and the center, Justin Outen, they played enough football together. Just go straight ahead. It's on the half-inch line. Get him going right now.
Set up as a running play, obviously, with the 2 tight ends. See where they go with it. Nope, going to hand off again. Fiametta, and I'm looking, and there's no call. There is no call. He did not get in. Unbelievable. Right down at the goal line again. It is a third down coming up.
Fiametta's starting about 5 yards deep trying to get in there. Look at all the bodies. Look who gets lower. It's the Iowa Hawkeyes. He's not there. Can't get in. I can't for the life of me understand. You got 4 free ones on the goal line, half-inch line. Just run the quarterback sneak. He's right there. Just plunge it in.
Fiametta had only 2 carries last week. He's had 4 already here, and he hasn't gained a yard. A third down and goal from the 1 for Syracuse. And again, Fiametta stays in. Here's the option. It's carried to the line, and he did not
football name. Mike Klinkenborg comes up and makes one heck of a play, and now you got to spend that time out and talk about it. He went backwards on this option play. Man, right there.
Wow. They have had the ball at the 2-yard line after interference calls twice with a 1st and 10.
Boy, the rule on running the option for me is if there's 2 guys outside of the end man on the line of scrimmage, right here, you got 1 guy, 2, and there's 1 more outside the screen. Go ahead and run it. There's too many guys outside the end man on the line of scrimmage. Right there, Pascal is the extra guy. If there's 2 outside, you check out of that play. It's not going to work. You cannot option because there's 1 guy that'll count for the quarterback and a guy to account for the pitch man. And if he makes a tackle, you can forget it. Bad play on the part of Syracuse.
So it's going to be a 4th down. Syracuse, 1 final chance to put it in. They've had it, 1st and goal at the 2, 5 plays, and a pass interference, and they've gained 1 yard over all of that.
It's just a test of wills, and guess what? You've gone backwards. Iowa is winning the test of wills right here in the trenches. What a good football game, though. Wow.
Second overtime, Iowa leads at 2013.
I got to stand up with you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give away my seat here. This is crunch time.
A lot of players coming in here from the sideline for both teams. Bryce Moss is a primary receiver for Syracuse. Here is Perry Patterson at quarterback, splits them both ways. This is the game right here. They've got to go in. They hand off up the middle, and Iowa holds them and wins. Iowa with a great goal line defense wins it 20-13 in the second overtime.
Sometimes, Gary, you can trick yourself calling plays, and in that situation, that's exactly what Syracuse did. They got a big quarterback, a big strong quarterback, a big offensive lineman, and Justin Outen is playing center, 2 good guards. You wedge him in there 4 times in a row if you have to, and you run Patterson on a quarterback sneak. I got to feel like they would have scored.
Amazing play by the Iowa defense. So 6 plays by Syracuse all on the ground. They gained 1 yard. Even with a pass interference that went their way, they could not win it. Todd Harris.
All right, thank you, Gary. Coach, you told me before the game that if you lost this game, it wouldn't be because of your quarterback. Why did you think that?
Well, you know, Jason's a 5th-year guy. He's one of our best leaders. He's done a great job for his entire career. And, you know, we all have tremendous faith in him. He's an outstanding young man.
What did you tell your defense as you came into that second overtime and they had to make that stand not once but twice?
Yeah, there's nothing you can say down there. It was just all heart. You know, our guys did a heck of a job. Yeah, I don't know how many times they had the ball inside the 1, and the guys just played with tremendous heart and courage. Yeah, the guys never quit. Very, very proud of them.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks.
And he should be, as they did it without their starting quarterback in this game. And what a tough loss. Syracuse extends their losing streak now to 11 games. Iowa survives this to come away with a double overtime 20-13 win against Syracuse. On behalf of Andre Ware, Todd Harris, and all of our crew here at the Carrier Dome, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks so much for being with us. Syracuse will have to try and end that long losing streak next week. Now we're going to take you to John Saunders, Craig James, and Doug Flutie. They're in our New York studios. Iowa 20, Syracuse 13. Gentlemen, it's yours.